welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we discuss life, laughs, and shenanigans. I'm your girl, Chasi B.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Denise. Welcome. Nicole ain't never ready. But welcome.
She be, but look, right before we hit record, she be,
Right.
I'm Nicole.
Anywho, thanks, OPs, for watching our episodes. Please share. We are on most social media platforms. So please share our podcast. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want to see more of, etc., etc. And thanks again. So our first segment, of course, is foreplay, and we're gonna start with chastity.
Woo-hoo. All right. So, would you rather cut off one of your fingers or give $5,000 to somebody that you absolutely hate and let them go on vacation with it?
Nicole.
They can have that money. I lose my damn fingers. Enjoy. That's good karma for me. Okay?
You said cut off their fingers or cut off our fingers?
Cut off
your finger. Your own
no.
finger.
Well, that ain't no dilemma for you to cut off.
Right.
You probably want to do that anyway.
Yeah, they can have the money. I ain't cutting off my finger now. I need them.
How much money do you get for accidental insurance? Ain't it like 10,000?
You know?
Probably depends on the plan. Probably
Hell no.
depends. It's probably a clause in there that says if you do it yourself, you don't get paid. I'm pretty sure.
They don't have to know that you did it yourself. Shit, don't.
You gonna lie?
Yeah.
Duh.
All this forensic new stuff they got now, they'll be able to tell or something. No. Be on the news looking crazy.
Not if you do it right.
Sound like you might know how to get away with murder.
I don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm. That Jack Daniel says otherwise.
Right.
We don't know nothing.
Chasi, I probably already know what you're gonna do, but what's your answer?
Well, first I'm gonna see how much this accidental insurance is gonna pay for it. If it's gonna pay more than 20,000, I might just go ahead and lose a finger, and I'll be like this.
I'm gonna just tell you right now, you ain't getting more than 20,000 for one finger. It's not gonna happen. You get like maybe 5 or 10.
So you rather be called? You rather be looking
now
like?
Now if you lose your whole hand.
You rather be looking like this. $20,000 ain't enough. Now they say $1 million. Oh, it's on. 20,000.
I'll be like this. Come.
Now, first of all,
I'll be like this. Grab my strong hand.
Anyway.
Huh?
Ooh, yep. Grab my strong hand. But that was more than one finger.
She said fingers. She didn't say one finger. She said fingers. With an S.
Crazy. You might as well chop the whole damn hand off.
Like this.
Grab it.
Lord, we're gonna heal. Okay. On to the next.
Speak for yourself.
All right, my question. Would you rather lick the top of a deodorant stick or give yourself a toothpaste mustache?
I'll take the deodorant stick. I don't like the smell of toothpaste.
I don't like the smell of toothpaste either, but I ain't licking no deodorant stick.
I hate mint. I will. I hate mint.
But you use mint when you brush your teeth?
Yeah.
I do, and that's about where it stops.
So you wanted to be.
And it can't be a strong mint either.
You ain't ever used toothpaste on a acne, on a little pimple. You know how that feel when you put a little toothpaste on a pimple?
No.
It feel good.
I don't like the smell of toothpaste.
What about you, Chas?
I'm gonna do the toothpaste because I done licked. I licked some deodorant one time. It was nasty.
I'm interested to know how this like, I feel like, should I be asking? Probably not. But Like you lick the whole top of the deodorant?
How do you lick?
It wasn't the
Like-
whole top of it. It wasn't like, it wasn't like that. It was I was talking, and my tongue, like I was talking, I was putting on some deodorant. My tongue happened to come out my mouth, because y'all know I'd be like, you know. So
Your tongue happened to come out your. I was.
You know, it's a girls' night. We about to go out, turn up, have fun, shake some booty, and all this kind of stuff. And we up there talking junk, and I'm like, and my tongue came out as I was bringing the deodorant over to my arm, and it swiped across my tongue, and I was like, yeah. So,
So I got a couple of questions. First of all, was you pre-gaming? Because there ain't no sober person doing that.
Cause that sounds awful close to your mouth.
Nobody goes up this high to get to their armpit. Nobody does this.
I mean,
I think you secretly just wanted to taste it,
right?
And didn't want to. You was like,
no.
What actually happened? Now, yeah, don't nobody go that high up. You used to come from down low when you.
I did. Doggone it. I was pre-gaming. You know how it is whenever you're pre-gaming. You think that you went too high and you went too low. You know how it is. It's just like whenever you're drunk and you try to stick your key in the door and you go up above the keyhole. Yes, it is. It's the same. Now, you went too high when you thought that you was just right.
Or something. That might have been the same, but going into a keyhole is not the same.
Your key gets stuck in your
mouth. It don't make sense. Do it. It don't make sense.
1 + 1 is 8. It made sense that day.
How did it taste?
Judge. Disgusting. Like it was like chalky kind of. Yeah. It wasn't good.
I'll take the toothpaste.
I don't suggest it.
All right, that was it for our foreplay segment. For the next segment is our What's Happening. And the first subject is talking about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez finally decided to speak on the situation with him and Meg Thee Stallion via Instagram Live. Unfortunately, we did not see it because it was really late and we can't find it anywhere. So if anybody know where it is, let us know. But upon further research, we have learned that he didn't even really talk about it. It was just an opportunity to promote his new album. Shame on you. Shame on you. What you think, Chasi?
Yeah. So, listening to a couple of the songs, I was just like, this sounds like some manipulative bullshit. And if that's all that you had to do, you shouldn't even have came out with anything. Like, just be quiet. Sometimes silence is okay. Yeah. And he should have just been quiet.
Yeah. And what makes it so bad, he still didn't say. He's still saying that he did not do it, that Meg is lying. But then in the same breath, he's saying, but I love you, and making it seem like that he still want her and so on and so forth. But then he's saying, oh, but it wasn't really her. It was her people, whatever that means, her people. So it's just really all over the place. I'm almost starting to feel like it's a publicity stunt. And I don't know what to think of it. I mean, some of the videos that I even watched, and I love Meg Thee Stallion, but some of the videos I watched said that she wasn't even really shot. It was just like fragments, meaning that it kind of just nicked her and some of the fragments of the bullet went in, which I ain't taking it from. I ain't never been fragmented, so it probably still hurt, but but the story is just kind of starting to go all over the place, and I'm just starting to think it's just for the news. How you think about it? What you think about it, ladies?
So even if it was fragments that was in her foot, she still, to me, got shot. How many dudes, walking around that fragments just hit the side of their hip and they claim they got shot and whatever. Like, I got bullets in me. No, whatever. But anyway. So, he was going out saying that he wasn't the one that did it. She doesn't necessarily know if he was the one that done it because she was walking away as it was happening. So I think it's kind of like assumptions, like it could have been him. as far as they know, he was the only one in the car that had the gun because her friend Kelsey said that she absolutely didn't have one. So I heard. Um, I don't know. It just seemed kind of weird. Like the whole situation was weird. I think on Heavy.com they was reporting that Kelsey and Tori had some type of relationship, and then she introduced Meg and Tori to introduce them to each other. And Meg and Tori had a relationship, and nobody knew that each other was sleeping with each other. And they got mad at Kylie Jenner's party because he was flirting with Kylie, and both of them got mad. And I guess they was trying to figure out why both of them was mad. And that's when they found out that both of them was getting dicked down by him. And then they all in the car arguing, and she gets shot. My thing is, if you're gonna say that you didn't do it, just say you didn't do it. Don't send no that apology text that you did, and then don't go and make songs about the whole situation. Like in one of the songs, he was talking about. He said something along the lines of what was it? She started to get too serious. She started to take him too serious. So that's whenever the relationship started to de-escalate or whatnot. But then he goes on to say that he hopes that her feelings didn't change for him, and how they used to, I guess, pillow talk and the conversations that they used to have, and how he wants all of that back. And it's like, you just said that she was too serious for you, but then you go on saying that you want that stuff back. Like, just don't talk.
Right.
Don't say nothing. If that's what you're going to say, don't say nothing. That's like, I'm sorry, but.
Yeah. I don't think they'll ever get back together if they was even technically together. But it sounds like to me that she was just in it for fun and he got too serious. That's what it sounded like to me. But at the same time, I don't understand why they was arguing about him sleeping with Kylie, unless she was just mad because he wasn't communicating. Which dudes do that. Like, you know, some women, I ain't gonna say all women, but some women would be understanding if you open and honest with them. I like you, but this is just for fun. I got other people on the side, blase, blase. But then whenever you get caught up, then you don't understand what the problem is. And it ain't because you was caught up, it's because you weren't honest.
That's what it is. like men, they'll say, yeah, like we just going with the flow and all this kind of stuff. But if you doing all this boyfriend stuff,
right,
then I'm gonna think that we're together.
right.
Like, don't be putting it down and then think we ain't together. I will slash your tire.
I mean, if you're gonna put it down, just put it down and go. This is where men mess up in. Probably women too, but this is where a lot of men mess up in. If you just in it for the booty, just be in it for the booty. Say, hey, I want to come over, you hang a little bit, you do what you got to do, then you go. What y'all make the mistake of is you send good morning text, you send good night text, you check on people, you have conversations when you lay in the bed and have pillow talk. You do all this boyfriend-ish stuff. But then be like, but I told you I was just doing it for fun. Come on now.
Right.
Bipolar mess. Ain't nobody got time.
You like, let's snuggle. Let's snuggle. No. I'm gonna start getting that bread, get the head, then leave.
Not the bread in the head. Oh man.
These
Yeah. But in other news, another thing that I kind of was excited about talking about, but after last night, I don't really know if I want to talk about it. But I was really excited to hear that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was doing something that he has never done before, and kind of ventured out and called out how he was promoting Biden and Harris for presidents and vice presidents, saying that they got his vote, which shows you how serious it is right now to vote. Because if we don't take it serious, then we're going to have orange soda in there for another 4 years. And Lord, I don't know how we're going to make it. So, but after last night's debates, a lot of people are saying it's just the worst of two evils, and what's the point? So what do y'all feel about voting and where it is right now, and what we're going to do?
I don't know. I think that, I understand the apathy. If I'm being honest around it, if you feel like you're kind of screwed either way, But then I think about all the people that have died just for us to have the right to vote for somebody.
Right.
And you're not gonna agree with everything that everybody does.
Right.
And that's the whole point of vetting your candidates pretty thoroughly. You're not gonna agree with everything that they have done. But I also think that some of the critics of Biden and Harris, which I'm not necessarily saying that I endorse everything that they have put out there, but I think that people don't really leave room for evolution.
Right.
And you know, we don't stay the same forever. Like, our thoughts can change, our behaviors can change, our observations and things can change, and that can therefore change our perspectives. And you know, I think that people tend to be very critical of a lot of their past things. And I also wonder if people are actually doing the research for themselves to
Right.
see how many black people Kamala has actually locked up, or what it was for. I mean, because some of that stuff you probably did deserve.
Need to be locked up for?
I know a lot of black people want to admit that.
And I'm not saying that's everybody's case. I mean, you always
Right.
want to have somebody in there that, I mean, damn, you just caught a bad deal.
Right.
But for some people, she was probably doing her job.
Yeah.
As a prosecutor. But I mean, like I said, I don't know. I think, like I said, people don't necessarily leave room for evolution. So, people start out a certain way, whether it's very closed-minded, racist, or whatever. And the point is that you want them to become more aware, more self-aware, more aware of the people around them, so that their views do change and that they do fall more in line with inclusivity of other people and that type of thing. And so a lot of people do bring up the 94 crime bill, which did a lot of damage. I won't doubt that. But who's to say that he hasn't evolved from that? He hasn't recognized that, damn, yeah, I kind of made this decision with what I knew and had at the time. But since then, I have learned more. I have, and so I think that should definitely be taken into account, because how many things that have we done in the past that we are glad that we know
was a judge on, right?
Hey. But you would hate for people to hold that one thing over your head, especially when something as big as the presidential election. Like I said, not necessarily going either way. Well, I mean, I damn sure ain't going for Donald Trump, because he's just batshit crazy.
That part.
But if I gotta vote for somebody, I mean, it ain't gonna be his ass. I'm just saying.
Right.
But that is my perspective. And if you do choose to vote for him, that is your right, because people have died for that right, for you to vote for whatever asshole you want to vote for.
Whatever.
And I
said whatever asshole you want to.
And I, as an American citizen, also can keep my thoughts to myself or talk about you to my friends. But you have that right. Like, there's this one girl I went to high school with. She posted a picture, and I was like, God, dog. I mean, I wasn't really surprised. I mean, it's not like there was a lot of black people in my high school anyway. But I mean, this is just kind of what we're dealing with. That man crazy as hell, though. I just, being realistically speaking, I really don't see how anybody takes it seriously.
Like, the reason why that man president, because he came after Obama. Let's just be real.
But I mean, it was Obama's last year anyway.
But I'm saying people felt like they had to vote for him because they just had to make sure we already got a
No,
black man to be president. You
Well, but you
woman
know
to be
I
what
don't
though?
think that's what it
A
was.
lot of
So
people, well, no, a lot of people did do that. Oh, a lot of people,
A lot of
hell
people
yeah,
like, we ain't about to have a
white
black woman
man,
and a woman
and
back
you
to
vote.
back now. I'm gonna tell you that right
yeah,
now.
yeah, I think a lot of people they didn't want a woman, and yeah,
And they
yeah,
judged her off of what happened with Bill Clinton, which I personally don't see what the issue was, but we not gonna
me
go.
either.
We being
I
all
mean,
black.
Well, listen,
But
but that kind of patriarchy and that kind of patriarchy that you just don't want a woman that bad in office that you
Mhm.
would vote for this damn nuthole.
but that just shows you like how much America
And
hates women
well, and that's
and
what I'm
don't do what
saying.
they're supposed to
Minorities,
do for women.
And that's
No,
where I was going
yeah, minorities,
women
yeah.
for
and
women,
minorities.
but that and so the patriarchy runs that deep. The bias and the prejudice and the racism runs that deep
Right,
that this is the person that you want as the mouthpiece for your great country.
right,
But like I said, listen, you can vote for whatever asshole you want to, honey, because that is your right.
right.
And I'm gonna mind
Child.
my damn
Please,
business.
please, whatever you do, just vote. I mean, I can sit
But
here and say that I made the mistake of not voting whenever it became between Hillary and Trump, and I sure wish I
What?
would. I did not. I did not vote.
and you know what? I ain't even gonna call you an asshole for not voting.
But whenever I see you, I'm gonna whoop you.
But
I
well,
learned my
I think
lesson. Dag
well
nabbit.
no. I think that the bigger point is because I try because sometimes I do just forget. I don't not vote for just the lack of just for apathy. I I just sometimes I just forget. But I do try to vote in all of my elections, local elections, all that stuff, because that has an even greater bearing on your day to day life than the
Right,
president does.
right,
And people get mad when they're being prosecuted a certain way or their city or town is being run a certain way, but you do have a voice. You're not voting for the people whose views or most of their views mirror your own.
right.
And so I mean I get it. People just feel like it doesn't matter, but in the end it does because if I recall correctly, Hillary actually won the popular vote.
She
Donald
did.
Trump did not.
She
And
did.
Hmm.
so you can see why people feel like, well, damn, what the hell? I voted and this is still what I ended up with. And that can actually be kind of traumatic in a sense because you're like, damn, all right, go do this again. Like,
Right.
because then you vote and now you're just sitting there like, Lord, please don't let this be a repeat of 4 years ago. But I think that people should absolutely do the work to become informed on the issues, definitely the issues that affect them. Like he talking about that whole payroll tax cut. That shit didn't make no sense
That didn't
Well,
make
I
not a
mean,
bit of sense.
you know what?
because you got to
We ain't
pay the
even
money back.
Right. So what's the
right.
point?
But
And
right, but that's my point. Like people hear payroll tax cut, oh, more money in my paycheck, but no, you got to dig a little bit deeper than that to see
Hmm.
that it actually doesn't benefit you as much as you think, and it's going to slam you. And I was glad to see that a lot of employers, mine included, chose not to participate in that, and they are gonna because people, child, everybody be up shit's creek without a paddle, okay? If you
That
really
part.
think that they're gonna pay that money back when they supposed to, because I damn sure ain't, because I'm forget. I'm just telling you
Hey,
that right now.
we
I got
gonna we gonna
other
move on
stuff.
to the next subject, but I sure would like to know how he only paid $750 in taxes
mm,
again. I need the secret, okay? But
right.
Bribery.
anywho, we're gonna leave that alone, and we'll be talking about that all night. For the next, we're just gonna we're gonna touch a little bit on colorism. I seen this post on Facebook that I thought was yeah, you judge it for yourself. There is a reason women find the man on the left significantly more attractive than the man
Get
on
on my damn nerves.
is self-hate and colorist brought upon by years of abiding by Eurocentric ideas of beauty. Stay woke.
Y'all better go to sleep if y'all think that Flavor Flav look better than a piece of toast.
Burnt
A piece
toast.
of toast. Ooh, see
Flavor
now,
Flav.
I will not co-sign those comments, but I will say I'm not co-signing that. But I will say that the idea of colorism, I mean, it's factually based. I mean, all you got to do is do research.
Not just right here, though.
You didn't let me finish, heifer. Golly, can I finish?
Nice chocolate men out there to prove your point. You gonna put Flavor Flav up there.
And so you pick somebody that a lot of people, I'm not even gonna say most people, a lot of people probably just don't think he's attractive, but it has nothing to do with his complexion.
He could be
just
white, blue, pale, purple, green. It don't matter.
Right.
He can talk French, Spanish.
He can have a
He can roll the R's. Brrr.
He one of those faces where even if it was dark in the room, it wouldn't matter. Okay.
See, that's a colorist joke. I'm not laughing.
No, look, that's one of those faces that your mama would love.
I mean, and I've seen a few of those. I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, the argument here is not wrong. The example that they use is way off base.
Is way off base. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I agree.
As somebody that grew up that is darker than most of my family, like it's my daddy is probably Flavor Flav's complexion. I'm a little bit lighter. So I was the darker person in my family on my daddy's side. And I did deal with colorism growing up. I dealt with people choosing my light-skinned friends over me and all this kind of stuff. It took years for me to get confidence about myself and love my dark skin. So I get it. But to use those two people as an example, they was being funny.
That literally is like, and
not even on the radar.
That
is.
It's not even the same damn thing.
They're not even in the same ocean.
But it's the same thing. Like, I was literally my mom's darkest child. Seriously. I'm probably still my mom's darkest child. But my mom is she has deep, beautiful chocolate skin, and my daddy's light bright like Shadana. Actually, he's probably lighter than Shadana. And so,
hey, Nicole's daddy.
Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? Y'all you messed me up. I started.
Hey, Lassie, we love you too. Lassie.
Who?
Her mama. I'm calling her Lassie. I ain't gonna call her whole name out.
Oh, I was like,
Lord. See?
Anywho.
Sound like an L, not an N. Okay, all right, cool. All right, guys.
Anywho.
Bring it back in.
So
anyway,
yeah. There definitely is.
I struggle with that as well. Like, I was her darkest child, and then my mom. Hopefully, she won't kill me for this story, because she'll be like, "Oh my God, Nicole." So one Christmas, y'all, one Christmas, everybody got sweatshirts, right? And she wanted to make me feel special because she knew that I always felt left out for various reasons. But my sweatshirt was a different color than everybody else's. Everybody else got a black sweatshirt, and I got a gray one. And I was like, well, damn, why couldn't I just get a gray one like everybody else? So now I'm already a darkest child, and I'm the only one with a gray sweatshirt. But it's okay, Mom. I love you. I know you didn't mean it. You were trying to make but yeah, and then girl. And my dad is so light, so we used to, because you know I'm from New Jersey, so we used to walk downtown and stuff. Everybody, what'd you say, Afra?
Oh, nothing. Continue.
But I'll catch it on the replay. So like, I used to walk around with my dad all the time, And they used to be like, "Oh, that's your daughter?" Yeah, because our complexion is light years away. But yes, absolutely.
Complexion don't mean nothing.
Absolutely the mailman's daughter. So I get it. But that was a horrible example because I just don't find Flavor Flav attractive. Like they could have used
Not at
Lance
all.
Gross, somebody deep chocolate fine like Lance Gross, or the dude from Get Out.
Right.
He was fine.
He needed to get out
Um,
there.
I
Whole
didn't
bunch
even
of
watch that.
everybody.
It's a whole bunch of people above the list of him. A whole bunch.
They literally
This
pulled
right here,
somebody.
that right there. They could have used that.
You know what?
But colorism goes both ways. I feel like people feel like light skin got it made, but in college, I was prejudged a lot in college. Like people thought I was snobby. People thought I was pretty. People thought I was better than them. And they didn't even know me. So it goes both ways. Like people forget sometimes. They think light skinned people got it made because we was quote unquote the house.
Quote light skin. The house niggas.
Yeah, see, that's a very
but it goes both ways.
That's tricky. It's tricky. That's not to take away from your experiences. That's not what I'm doing. But the root, where it's rooted is different. So darker skin globally. So you have Cubans that are your complexion and my complexion. But the white Cubans are probably treated better because darker is automatically associated with bad. And so it's not to negate your experiences to say that you've been treated differently, but the root cause is a little bit different. Well, a lot different. And it's probably really kind of goes hand in hand, actually. Like a result
at the end of the day, we all at the bottom of the totem pole. At the end of the day.
Right. Ain't that the truth?
And a lot of times light skin and dark skin comes within the Black community, not the whites.
That's true.
Real. No.
So even whenever it comes from like the Hispanics, the Cubans, and all that kind of stuff.
My point.
But no, like, but that's still like a minority compared to the European white people. A lot of European white people don't really use colorism. Everybody else that use colorism are Hispanic, like light Hispanic, dark Hispanic, even Puerto Ricans to Mexicans. Like they compare themselves different. Like it's just
they do.
White people don't typically do it as much as we do it.
But they do. And it looks
I think they
like,
see us all the same.
No,
if they got an issue with it.
They don't. Well, they see us all the same as in we all just niggers. But if it comes down to me or you, it's still going to be you because you are lighter complected than me. And that's the point.
No, we understand that. We just saying in the white community, like Becky and Amanda.
Yeah. We weren't saying that. We know that.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying as far as people outright saying it. White people feel that way, but I'm talking about as far as outright having issues with it a lot of times. It's us against ourselves.
Okay. See, look, all of us was on different pages because I was on y'all two was on the same page. I was on a whole different page.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute now, because they do it too.
Not bad.
But
not
for them, I think it's so where it might appear as more of a color issue for us, it's more of a class issue for them.
Right.
See, we have a lot more variations in our complexions, which are all beautiful, by the way. Let me just say.
Right.
But for them, it's gonna be like, oh gosh, you live in Ryder Downs. Oh, we live in whatever that Westfield, whatever that expensive ass place in Sanford is, type of thing. So what the hell you say?
Nothing. Continue.
Nothing.
But pretty much it comes down to being better than somebody because your kids go here or we have more. It's clear that we have more money than you and we can do X, Y, and Z. Now, that's not necessarily the case. So even in Durham, I live in South Durham, right, which is considered more of suburban Durham. But somebody who might live in another part of Durham, East Durham. I'm just using an example.
You got scared. She got scared. She was about to call some names. No, I'm playing.
I'll be honest, I've been here like 12 years and I still don't really know all the neighborhoods. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, so yeah, so pretty much it's more of a class thing, which I think brought it down to a beautiful community, by the way. But for people who feel like they all the way up here, you see how long you can view it if you want to, after. For people who feel like they're up here, that might be a little, ugh, oh my God, I can't believe we live there. Like, that's what that looks like for them versus light skin, dark skin, whatever. Which, I mean, classism is universal, but we also have the added thing of colors and stuff.
Right.
But anyway, all right, off my soapbox.
We digressed. All right. So for the next segment, we are going to touch on. I have lost my space, y'all. We are going to touch on Thots Are Us. So Fashion Nova House came up with a new line. Look at Nicole.
Oh Lord Jesus, I missed it.
Fashion Nova has came up with a new line, and it's for kids. But I'm not sure about the design concept for this new line.
Girl, bye.
Yeah. So I just want to say,
well,
when I was scrolling through, I was scrolling through and I was like, and then I get to this one and I was just like, ugh.
A child is not supposed to have a camel toe. I'm sorry. A child is not supposed to have a camel toe. Okay.
All right. So,
and it's flesh tone.
Daughters. Okay. Now, see, all that stuff working into it is kind of a bit much. That outfit in itself, I mean, you can find that at Freak Children's Place probably. Not in that color, because it'll probably be purple, pink, or some shit like that. But this particular outfit doesn't scream like, oh my God, what am I looking at? I mean, I'm not saying it's appropriate, but what the hell she wearing?
I'm not saying that any of it is in. Well, some of it just makes me question people. I'm not saying that the clothes are necessarily really, really bad. The thing that I don't understand is, let me see if I can word this without it sounding bad.
The clothes are bad. She's trying to be. I wouldn't put my daughter in.
I was about to say. I mean,
I'm not gonna
like
put
straight
my
out of
in
WAP. This straight out of a WAP video with the furry fluffy slippers on top of it.
Where
with the hand on the heel.
Can't see it no more. Oh, there it go.
So I think,
I mean, that pose is a bit much, but she's also modeling. I'm gonna be honest. Like, show me something else. Because she's fully covered.
I'm glad.
Was her stomach hanging out? I mean,
nice.
I ain't saying it was cute or.
So this is my issue with it. I don't think that it's okay for people to sexualize kids. Kids or women. I don't think that it's ever okay for people to sexualize kids and women and say that, oh, you got this on, you must be grown and all that kind of stuff.
And that's where I was
also in the same sense. I also feel like if you put certain things on people, it can be easily manipulated to mean something that you don't necessarily want it to mean and something that it shouldn't mean. For example, if I put a dog collar around my neck, people might think that I'm a dog. Not necessarily saying I'm a dog, but
I thought that was gonna go somewhere else, but it did not
I
go.
don't think that was
a slave. I mean, like, it can mean different things. It doesn't necessarily mean that. I don't know how to say it. The clothes to me are not that bad. It makes me raise the eyebrow.
dog collar.
and I wouldn't buy it for my kids.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
personally wouldn't. I personally
it's-
feel
it's-
like that the world is growing kids up way too fast. That's just me, though.
I'm sorry. I'm still on this dog collar thing.
Really? I don't even have a daughter.
Real.
If I see a collar on you, I'm not gonna think you're a fucking dog.
I'm gonna think you're a freak. Anywho, so when
damn, that looks like might be a little tight around her neck. I mean, if that's what she wants, that's fine.
I did see that one night when I was out in Greensboro. I seen a girl walking around with a dog collar.
Do you have any more examples? Oh, sorry,
no, that was it.
Cut you off.
But I felt, like I said, I was saying I feel like the world is growing kids up too fast, and I feel like a lot of girls' clothes are just not made to be appropriate. I mean, now you can't even go find a decent pair of shorts that ain't hardly got the booty hanging out. When I try to find clothes for kids, it is hard because everything is way too short, everything is way too tight, and they just kids. Let them be kids.
I won't disagree with that completely because I do agree with those sentiments. Like in a lot of ways. I have, as you know, I have a 13-year-old and an 18-month-old now. 2 girls. And I do agree with people just sexualizing every damn thing. Like it's not that serious. Like sometimes it's really not that serious. And I think sometimes people really need to look at why they see very basic things so sexually. But the outfits, would I buy them for my kids? No. Particular 2 outfits were overly sexual. No.
Oh, there was
I do agree with the fact that's why I was asking if you had any more examples, because those particular outfits, I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, I saw the mesh and I'm not buying all that shit for my kids. But there are people that buy it, which brings me to my next point, which you covered, which is that a lot of the clothes nowadays for girls are just very revealing. Mm-hmm. And I don't disagree with that. But we have to actually also look at who's buying them. So they're going to keep making them if people keep buying them.
Right.
Or people keep thinking that this is what you want your kids in. I don't shop like that for my kids. So something like that, I'm just like, I mean, I guess, child, you like it, I love it. But I'm not buying my kids that stuff.
So I agree with you saying I feel like some of the clothes may not be as bad as I'm making it. Number one, I don't have a daughter, so I don't really have anything to compare it to. But in my mind, I feel like I wouldn't let her wear these things. But some of it is just because of the way they like portraying these girls, I think, that makes me feel awkward about it.
And I can see that too. Like you have them posing.
That one right there. That one.
Why can't I get out this pop-up?
Like, I mean,
but look how they look. Like they got them standing like grown women.
So I mean, so yeah, I can see
this leopard one
because yeah, that's a bit much.
But they look like they trying to be grown.
I think that's Chris Brown's daughter. One of them was Chris Brown's daughter.
And you wonder why these little girls are trying to be grown, because this is what the examples they are giving.
Right.
Like, let them be kids. Some of it is on the parents too now. Don't get me wrong. These parents better control them to an extent. But
yeah, and I think like Children's Place in Target, they don't model like that.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like maybe if it had been modeled a little different, it probably wouldn't have looked as bad. Like in some of the poses, I'd be like, oh, okay, well that's fine. But it's probably just because of the way that they're posed.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
That picture right there. And even though we as adults know they're just modeling, kids don't see it like that.
Yeah, that's
and all these
to me, that's a bit much.
And all these kids in the world now, they start with phones at age 5. You know what I'm saying? So they can see this stuff for themselves. Look how grown these kids look.
Yeah, that's a bit. I mean, yeah.
She got a lollipop.
I ain't shopping.
I know cute. Yeah, no. I don't sacrifice
like
enough anyway.
I said,
We're not even gonna do that.
who's actually gonna buy? What you say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What you
None
say?
at all.
Go ahead. No, say
Nothing.
it.
She ain't say nothing.
All right. So for the last segment, I found an article on Facebook that I was just appalled on. The headline says, police seize 345,000 used condoms that were being sold as new.
But how does that even happen?
So supposedly some,
like you can't tell that your condom is not brand new.
So supposedly what was happening is somewhere in Vietnam, however you say it, a warehouse was getting used condoms from a supplier, and they were boiling the condoms, cleaning the condoms, and repackaging them as new and selling them to whatever consumer that was buying them. Which is completely, I just can't fathom.
It's disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
that could happen. But what made it even bad is that the employees that were working there was making like 17 cents for each kilogram that they were refurbishing. So now on top of that,
I would be cleaning somebody's
they weren't
dirty
even
ass
making no
condom.
money.
You know what?
And the article that I read made it sound like they were just getting it from one person. You ain't getting no 350,000 condoms from one person.
You never know, Shadon. People have addiction.
Ain't nobody got no addiction that bad.
A month. We ain't talking about a year. We talking about a month.
I just wanted to hear it yell.
I'm just trying to figure out how you do that. Do they have like a little underground black market advertisement that goes out and say, save your used condoms?
I mean, it sounds like it.
They probably do. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, rich people, they ain't got nothing else to do with their money.
They can give me some.
I would think that if you bought it, it wouldn't even be the right shape. Like, how do you?
A condom is rubber. I'm gonna go buy some condoms and boil them and see what happens.
I'm just trying to
I'm
imagine
actually curious
how
to
it
know right
would
now.
look. It seemed like it wouldn't have its right shape. It would just, I don't know. Maybe they just assume everybody put them on in the dark. Which a lot of people probably do. I don't know. It's just nasty.
What if not like, a far-fetched thought?
What if like it's all Magnum. It's all Magnum. And they squeeze up to be lifestyle. So that's why these men think they got Magnums, but they really in lifestyle. Because they're shrunk.
You know, the black community, that's all they buy is Magnums. So they do think they need a Magnum. So that's probably exactly where they going. Either that or that's that bowl of free condoms that you get at the health department. Okay.
Right. It's probably the Magnum because you know people they ain't gonna take the free ones. They ain't gonna take the free ones. They got to spend the money on the Magnum so they can pull out the Magnum, and then you be like, that don't really look like it's gonna.
You know what?
And then it fits, and then you trying to figure out why it fits.
I'm gonna invent a condom. Yeah, I just thought about how much money they probably make.
Honey, and after this article, no money. People gonna find other forms. They're gonna be pull-out gang, gonna be strong. You know, men gonna use this to their advantage.
Nobody using no condoms anyway. That's why everybody's pregnant right now during quarantine. I've seen 567 new babies on the way.
Not 516. So yeah, not only is it nasty, but the employees ain't making no money. And I just really want to know what supply. How do they even get rolled in? Do they just throw them in a trash bag and dump them off? Like, I just don't understand.
Ew. You know, it's making me itch.
In my mind, I feel like it's like people that go like dumpster diving. And but look, it's like people going dumpster diving, like opening up trash bags, like looking
All
for used
right.
condoms.
All right.
That's just
Next,
nasty.
next topic.
It's probably coming from a prostitution ring or something where they just
Next
hitting a whole bunch of
topic.
dudes. It's just
That's why they made that commercial. I take the pill. I take the pill. I take the pill. Y'all know the HIV commercial?
I don't. I don't know that.
Y'all ain't ever seen that commercial. I take the pill. What is it? True something. I am mad at y'all. Y'all ain't never seen that commercial.
I don't really watch commercials like that. I'm more of a DVR watch person.
You done seen that dog? I take the pill. I take the pill.
Unless Magic Johnson get on there and say I take the pill, I don't believe it. Cause that man been healthy forever.
Next
You hear me?
BYE. BYE. Bye.
That man been healthy. That's the healthiest age man I've seen in my life. You hear me?
He is quite fluffy and stout.
Next.
If he get on there and say I take the pill, the soul be sold out. You hear me?
Everybody be there like, can I get that pill? Y'all got no pills? Can I get a pill?
What's wrong
Medicaid to pay for it.
Nope.
Medicaid gonna start paying.
Now supplied by Medicaid and Medicare.
Y'all.
Sold at a nursing home near you. Oh, so dang.
Okay, sorry. All right, fingers on your nose. Fingers on your nose. Bring it back together. Fingers on your nose. What the hell are you doing?
You talking about us talking about Magic Johnson, but you keep singing that dang R. Kelly song. You better be cut off. You know what I mean.
Who is Magic Johnson?
Hey, Mr. DJ.
Mute her. Mute her.
I would if I could.
Mute.
Why don't you slow this
Just do it. Just do it.
down?
And pee on me. Nothing. Okay. So to the next segment.
You know, we've already been down this road before. I'm not going back down there with you again. The pee or the poop or
well, you know what we about to do? What road we about to go down? Let's go for alcohol!
Ladies and gents, if you're looking for a fresh one, if you're looking for a nice refreshing wine that's not too expensive, check out Barefoot Fruit Scotto. As she slide her bottle across the thing. This is the strawberry. They have strawberry, they have peach, they have some other flavors that I don't know about. But it's pretty good. I usually don't like Barefoot because I feel like they... Nicole, you killing me. I usually don't like Barefoot because I feel like their wine tastes like pee. But I don't know what pee tastes like.
Wait.
But
and you still bought another bottle?
No.
How do you?
What you
know, you don't taste that pee before me and they just shake it off. They'll never wipe.
Listen, whatever you do, that's between you, your partner, and God. Okay.
I have not kissed my pinky toe, but this is a good option. They get on my nerves.
Y'all and go.
They'll never wipe. They just shake it
and bring their little drop over. Oh,
you know what? See.
I cannot.
I'm so sorry.
I cannot.
The ladies.
Oh my God! Not again. We are not.
How many alcohol by volume is in that Moscato?
What? Alcohol by volume?
What?
That's an alcoholic talk. It has 7.5%. I know that.
Yeah, leave that in the stuff. No,
yeah, that ain't enough
We
for
need at
Chastity.
least-
She
at
ain't
least
getting
40.
nothing below 10, 11, 12, 13. I can tell you that right
no,
now.
12.5 or higher. 12.5 or higher.
That's for alcoholics. But if you want something a little smoother, a little
Need
nitro,
35 at least.
the mellow you
35,
out.
40.
Check it out. What y'all sipping on tonight? Y'all picking on me. What you sipping on, Nicole? Like you ain't slipped across this screen by 10 times.
All right.
Woo!
What you sipping on, Chas?
I got vodka, cranberry, and orange.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. All you missing is
It's pretty.
pineapple.
I'm glad it ain't with Hawaiian punch or whatever you had last week. That was horrible.
Ooh, don't do her.
Hey, listen,
Classic.
it was
You know
good.
what that is?
It got me to
You know
where
what
I
that
needed to be.
No. You know
Colorism.
what that is, Chasi? Light skinned being bougie, okay?
You know
Don't act
what?
like you too good for
Don't
Hawaiian
you
punch,
can't
okay?
call
Because
nobody
you make sure
bougie.
you got
You the
motherfucking
bougiest
pineapple
person in this group.
and
What you
orange juice.
gonna do?
Fight.
And I might
You
be.
bougie
And I
too.
might be, but guess what?
You hear me?
I ain't
You
sitting
was
here talking about her Hawaiian
bougie.
punch, though. I ain't talking about her Hawaiian punch, though. But you win.
Miss, I gotta live in Durham. I could be near Target. I ain't want to
You
hear
right. And you right.
that.
You right. Matter of fact, I got delivery from Target today. Not that it's your business.
See what I'm talking about?
Fight,
People dark
fight,
skin gotta
fight,
call out
fight.
light skin people. You ain't never heard me call her out for being dark. I'm just
I
saying.
ain't never done that either.
What? Wait, what?
I'm so lost. I'm dead.
Wait, now I'm confused. I thought we were talking about juice.
So for the last segment, while we enjoy our lovely drinks, we're going to go to on a serious note. Now for this segment, people, we are going to talk about 10 things that I am looking forward to when I get my Beyonce body.
Beyonce.
Wow.
So
If you're ready for this jelly.
if you have listened to our previous podcast, then you know that I'm currently going through the process of getting bariatric surgery. And the other day I was just thinking about the things that I'm looking forward to, and I'm gonna try to be serious, but I probably won't be serious. I'm gonna try to be serious before I go through this list. So number one, I'm looking forward to being able to breathe without y'all hearing me. As I do this podcast and as I listen to my videos, I realize I sound like Biggie and Rick Ross on the camera.
Why you gotta say it like that, Biggie?
Got that.
Sound like Biggie.
Got that. I'm talking about DMX and his breathing. I'm over here. I know y'all hear me.
You how that?
Right.
You see how that came back around to you? Talking about Earl. Leave
Right.
Earl out your mouth.
Earl had to die. So yeah, I would love to be able to have no breathing on camera.
No, she didn't, Chastity.
And I would love to be able to participate in activities without thinking I need an O2 tank beside my bed. All right, so we're gonna go to number 2.
Oh, that wasn't number 2.
That was number 1. Number 2, I would love to be able to wear a nice dress without Spanx on.
Good luck.
Right now, I be popping out on all kind of eggs. You know, it's hard. You know how uncomfortable Spanx are. Men don't really understand how hard women got it. We got it hard. If y'all got a little overbug or a little belly, it don't matter. Y'all just men. But if women got it, something wrong with them or something don't look right or whatever the case may be. So I would love to be able to wear a dress without no Spanx on, because them things be cutting in places. I mean, why y'all think we carry a big purse? It ain't because we got a lot of items, because we got to go to the bathroom at the church and take that dang Spank off so we can eat.
And put it in your pocketbook. Threw mine away at the club one night. And cut all the way to my damn stomach. It was in the trash can.
I think I got a little mark, that ain't never went away because of the daggone Spank. It bruised me. Right. Nicole don't understand. She's skinny. Number 3.
I wouldn't say skinny.
I would love to wear a bathing suit and I have to put a cover up on. You know how heavy them cover up get? They get
I just
way
want to
down.
say,
You got to get out the
cover-ups are
water and
nice.
squeeze it out because it done got all that water in it.
Oh,
I love to be able to get in the water and just wear my bathing suit and be cute.
Me too.
Number 4, I hope that when I lose all this weight, I'll lose some of this breast.
They ain't going nowhere.
I would love to be in the A, B, C, D, double D, triple D family. Just one of those. I want to be in one of those families. I want to be able to buy.
like in the Y's right now, right?
Wow.
Come with the jokes tonight.
She on it tonight. But yeah, I would love to be in those families so I could buy my bras from them little fancy little stores and stuff that be on Facebook. Not going the way I planned because Nicole's ruining it.
Okay, we're here. Fingers on your nose.
That's why I'm gonna keep all this part in there. So yeah, I would love to be able to go buy little pretty bras and stuff like that. Right now, if I go buy a bra, I look like 2 parachutes made out of grandma's doilies. That's what my bras look like. 2 parachutes.
And then we try to act conservative, and then she wants to come with this joke and think that we can't come back with a rebuttal to that.
And it's me. You just said
right. Just go ahead. Go to your next one. We're gonna be civilized.
Doilies.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Big girl bras is ugly. They ain't cute at all. If you get them cute, you got 4, 5, 6 titties. If you, it just don't work. It don't cover.
I just can't.
Number 5, I would love to be able to walk down a church aisle without my breast hitting the back of somebody's head.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Boom. Excuse me.
Look, and what make it so awkward is they be apologizing to me like it's their fault. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mr. John. Didn't mean to knock you over the head with my nipple.
All the time. People go in to hug me or something or want to pray for me, and somehow they just rub my titty a little bit, and they be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," like it was their fault.
It was like that thing such a little juicy.
I'd be like, it happens all the time.
That is them impure thoughts. That is not of God.
Hey,
this is what you should start doing. Before you have your surgery, whenever you knock somebody in the head with your boob, just do like this. Gotcha.
Oh, God.
Make sure you record it, though, because I want to see what happens.
Yes. Number 6, I would love to have just a little bit of thigh gap. Just a little bit. Not a whole bunch. Just a little bit. That way I can wear leggings and pants without holes being in my damn bottoms.
Good luck.
I was about to say, I mean, even I get that.
And don't be in a dress too long when it's hot outside. You feel like you need talcum powder.
Yep, that too.
Have you ever been in a dress too long and it was too hot and sweat started dripping down your leg?
Yes.
You ain't never been that hot. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, y'all help us.
I feel like everything down a little bit
moist. Like, is that pee or sweat?
Be looking in the mirror, see if it look wet. What the world? Number 7, I would love to shop at Victoria's Secret too. Why y'all think big girls don't want to have a secret?
Light Brian got one.
Bitch.
Oh, God.
I think I'm going to just stay down here for a second.
Number 8, I would love to get on a flight. Number 8, I would love to get on a flight and I have to ask for that extra piece of seatbelt to put on because I can't fit the seatbelt.
What?
Yes, they have seatbelt extenders.
Right, shut up. Wait. Doggone it. You asked me did I want to hear these before you did them. I don't know why I said no.
Too late. No, I'm glad you said no. These are authentic.
If you a big girl and the seatbelt ain't comfortable, they got a piece you can ask for that lengthens the seatbelt to put on.
And most of that is your boobs. I mean,
and all flight
it makes it longer.
Why all flight attendants skinny? And they be
Damn.
And they up in the air. You
they
know,
be looking
gravity.
at me like,
And you got to be able to fit down the aisle too.
They can turn sideways like the rest of us do.
And then be knocking people upside the head with the boobs and ass. Excuse me.
Shut down. Bless you. Praise you.
Excuse me.
So number 9 and 10 is actually serious. I would love to go a day without thinking about how fluffy I am, and I would love to be healthy. So that's the 2 serious ones.
You are beautiful, girl, fluffy and all. Okay.
Maybe better when
act like you ain't.
But it'd be better when I ain't hitting people in the head with my boobs. All right. So
you right though, cause you be knocking me out with your boobies sometimes.
Really? We not. Anyway.
You know what you should start doing? Before you do the surgery, this is what you need to do. Go up to somebody, hug them, kind of knock them back, and then be like, what you doing? Where you going? What you doing? Where you going? And record it.
Right there. I agree. That's what I used to do with my pregnant belly. It was
what you doing? Where you going? What you doing? Where you going? Just do it one time.
A belly and boobs is a little different, but okay, a little different.
It's the same. You short.
I concur.
Really? I know I'm short. I know.
Shit. You short.
Your mama.
You is short.
You don't talk about her like that.
Hey, AP, how you doing? All right, so this has been another segment of Occasionally Posh, where Chasi B, Cola Bear, and Denise have brought you hopefully lots of laughters. And comment below if you like any of the topics we have hit and give your opinion on them and stuff.
And don't judge me about the dog collar.
Oh, we judging.
Or the licking of the deodorant.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I think the dog collar example was actually worse than deodorant. Because I was like, wait, what? I'm
trying to figure out how did it relate at all. It was not a good example at all. I was trying, I thought you was going way somewhere else with that.
Look at me and
I don't know. I had another example and it went out my brain.
I was like, I thought she was gonna be like, if you see me with a dog collar, you're gonna automatically assume that I'm a freak and I do this. Then no, you like, you see me with a dog collar, you're gonna think I'm a dog. Like, no, nobody's gonna think you're a dog. Nobody's gonna do that.
So
I don't think you're a dog.
It was gonna be a whole freaky thing, but then I was like, you know what? My aunt might look at this. I'm trying to be a little bit more tame. So that's why I switched up. I shouldn't have even thought about her. This ain't gonna be churchy, Brenda.
I don't believe you.
You
I tried
know what? Brenda, I don't think she has used the F word all night though.
She said some stuff, but she didn't say the F word.
Growth. Hallelujah. Amen. God.
Growth. Look at it.
Talk it to you.
Bye. See y'all later.